And we're about to dive into an even sadder topic.
This is pretty bad.
It's pretty bad, yeah. We've wanted to talk about this one for a while.
Yeah.
As always, we like to explore true crime topics from all around the world. And one of the things we've set out to do since the beginning of the podcast is to focus on stories that you might not have heard before.
Our subject today is, by all accounts, an incredibly evil person, which is probably one of the reasons people don't talk about him.
That is absolutely fair because, quite frankly, like many of the people we cover, once we're done covering them, that's it. Let's not talk about them too much ever again.
Oh, yeah. And I think there's a line for a lot of people.
Absolutely.
Where there's a difference between, oh, I enjoy true crime, whatever. And then there's some stories that are legitimately horrifying.
Yes, that make you sick to your stomach.
This story is a hard one to hear, so we do want to warn you all before we get into it. During this series, we will be talking about some extremely gruesome content, even for us.
So you can consider yourselves forewarned. Today, we are covering Ivan Milat, also known as the Backpacker Killer. He was an Australian-based killer who was active between 1989 and 1992. Officially, he was charged for 7 murders, but there are many who believe he is responsible for more.
So much so that less than a month ago, police officially announced that they have potentially linked him to 58 cold cases regarding missing people.
That's crazy. If you've seen the Wolf Creek movies, this story may sound a little familiar to you as they were based on Ivan's crimes.
The majority of our information today comes from the book Sins of Our Brother, the definitive story of Ivan Milat and the Backpacker Murders by Mark Whitaker. It goes into the depths of the family history and shows that not only was Ivan a rough fella, so was the majority of his family. They terrorized everyone that they came into contact with.
Like with all of our cases, one of our biggest questions that we ask is, how can someone turn into a monster? Are they born a certain way, or do their life experiences lead them to do terrible things? More often than not, it's a mixture of both. With Ivan Milat, that certainly seems to be the case.
Before we get into Ivan himself, we want to talk about his parents. We're actually going to spend a large portion of this episode talking about his youth and the entire Milat family. While we don't normally focus on the early lives of our subjects to this extent, we felt it was important because Ivan was definitely not the only one in his family who would have a terrible, terrible impact on the world.